Hi everyone, in this video it's about journal impact factors and choosing where to publish. Hey, if you're new to the channel, welcome along. If you're a returning subscriber, hi, it's nice to have you back. My name is Caroline. I'm a senior lecturer here in the UK. So I specialise in physics and my job is research, teaching and admin roles. Thank you to everyone who joined the last live stream. So, if you're new to the live streams, they happen on the 15th of every month at the moment. And it's so nice to be able to connect with us in kind of real time. So if you're free on the 15th of March, we'll be going live at 1 o'clock here in the UK. So I guess that's GMT time. But today I thought it'd be really interesting to talk about impact factors and whether they alter your choice where you want to put your journal publications. Basically, the impact factor is a measure of how many times articles in a journal are being cited by others across typically a year-long period. And so you want, ideally, to go for the highest impact factor journal you can, because that means the most people are going to be accessing and seeing and reading and engaging, hopefully, with your research. And typically, it is more challenging as an author to be published in a high impact journal. And I say typically because that's not always going to be the case, but typically those high impact journals carry more prestige, and therefore more people potentially might be trying to put articles into those journals, and they only have so many articles they can accept or publish or want to take particular kind of journal publication, however frequently they do it. And so you can be facing more competition. Now, what often happens in my experience is that an author team will get a journal publication in mind. So they'll write their publication, write their article about their research, and then they'll pick a journal with a high impact factor to try to publish the work. And if the work is rejected by the journal or is not successful within that journal, then they will often look for a lower impact journal with the same article to try to publish. Now, you can't have an article under peer review simultaneously with two journals. So you can't put an article into both a high impact and a low impact journal at the same time, to like hedge your bets to see which one gets in. That's not allowed. So it does add time to the process. If you put a piece of research into a higher impact journal, it doesn't get accepted because then you have to go through the process of putting it in potentially to a lower, if you like, impact journal. And there's so many factors at play here because, of course, on the one hand, high impact journals are very prestigious and you want your work in them. But on the other hand, if maybe you have supporting researchers in your group, so maybe you've got PhD students, postdoctoral researchers, actually for their career progression, they need to have journal papers to their name. And their timescales may preclude them for always holding out for high impact journals. They may do better, if you like, in their own personal career progression to go for more modest impact factors to actually get their research out there and published. And sometimes the work that you may be researching on may feel of great significance to you and your area, but if it hasn't got that maybe wider appeal to the wider community, you might actually be better publishing it in a more focused, kind of not niche, but a more focused journal around the area that you specialise in. And that journal, by default, might not have the number of citations that the other journal papers get with the broader remits. And so that more focused niche journal may have a lower impact factor. But actually, as the author, does that matter to you? Because you're still getting your paper in front of an audience of people who are relevant to your research community. And you're still building your research portfolio, if you like, and your research connections. So basically, I'd love to know how you view impact factors when you're choosing your journals in which to aim publications at. And if there's something of interest, we can chat about it in the live stream in March. I personally try to get a balance. So when I first started putting papers into journals, colleagues advised me to try to go for a balance. So it's good to have pieces of research which you're aiming to go into the high impact journals. But those pieces of research may require sustained effort. They might require you to build up to them with 2 or 3 research papers along the way. So if I'm working on topic Y, I'm a physicist, I use letters. If I'm working on topic Y, I might need to do both X and Z papers first before I can get the research evolved to a state where I can actually do the activity that's going to give me the higher impact journal. And I also am really conscious of making sure that actually sometimes it's just important to get the research published and out. And yes, you can definitely put it onto these kind of open platform spaces. You've probably heard of arXiv. There's kind of research areas, particularly for STEM, for science, for computing, where you can put papers up in a kind of more open way without having to go through a journal or go through necessarily the peer review process. And there's definitely a good and a valid and a space for that we can chat about. But sometimes, I guess, if you've got researchers who've got particular work, you need that work to be in a published peer-reviewed journal. And actually, you're far better going for a journal that's meaningful for your research area and then not getting so, I guess, hung up on the impact factor. As long as it has a decent impact factor or the readership of that journal is relevant to your community, actually, is the impact factor in that case that important? Can you live with a lower impact factor but have the benefit of having your research work published? It's a really, really interesting one, because then you get added into the fact that then often within a university setting, especially here in the UK, we have something called the Research Excellence Framework. Sorry, I said that badly. The Research Excellence Framework. And then part of that is you're looking actually at the quality of the publication as well. And I think I've touched on this in a previous video, and if I can find it, I'll link it into the comments. But like 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, or 4-star paper outputs. And that comes with some subjectivity, because it's obviously the research community evaluating whether they think a particular paper has a contribution to the community of a 4-star level or a 1-star level. So there's these multiple factors at play, but impact factors are something that's definitely around. I don't think they're going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Impact factors really do matter. You can look them up. So you can look them up for your particular journal. You can look up like the league, if you like, of impact factors as to where you're aiming your research at. But I'd love to know, let me know in the comments, get a question ready for the 15th of March. Do impact factors matter to you? And does it, I guess, impact, that's too many words, the word impact, but does it impact your choice when you choose where to aim your research publications at? Anyway, I will leave it there for impact factors today. We are in week 4 now of semester 2. So we're full on teaching. I've got classes this week. My research students are making some really good progress this week. So we are working towards publishing a few papers soon, hopefully. So it's a lovely, busy time at the university. I just need a bit more sunshine. We still have quite a lot of mud and rain here in the UK at the moment, but hopefully we'll get a few days of sunshine soon. But wherever you are in the world, take care of yourselves. Look after yourselves. I hope semester or your studying or job applications are going well. And I will see you in a couple of weeks' time for another one of these videos. And I'll see you on the 15th, hopefully, for the live stream. So yeah, have a lovely week and we'll catch up soon. Bye.